Hey guys, I'm Jordan Albright and welcome to the first episode of iKnowHow. Now, with kids and teenagers alike, we can assume that almost everyone, no matter if they're still hanging in there or graduated, has had to go to a new school at some point. This can be a really hard transition, and I know from experience because I just started high school. Teachers, finding your way, schoolwork, all of these can be really big hassles. But to most, the biggest one of all is the ever-bugging question of if you're going to find friends. The answer is yes, because everyone can find awesome friends in almost any situation by using the right approach. Step 1. Be nice. I know it can be hard to be nice to that sweaty guy that sits next to you in science class, or that girl that seems really mean and sits by herself a lot, but you gotta be kind, or else who wants to be kind to you? You're just kinda sitting there like, oh, whatever, I don't care about any of you, so leave me alone. So make sure that you're always really nice to people, and don't just block people out whenever they're trying to start a conversation. Step 2. Be hygienic. Now, just like I was talking about that sweaty guy that sits next to you in science class, you don't want to give off the same impression that he does. So make sure that you keep yourself clean. Wash up in the morning, take a bath before the day before school. Just make sure that you keep your hair, keep your hair in check. I know guys, y'all don't care that much about that, but still, nobody really, frizzy hair just doesn't work, unless that's your style, because totally, just do whatever you want as long as it's what you want to do. As long as it's not stinky or nasty or anything that'll make people want to go 5 miles away from you. That's good. Step 3. Be inviting. A smile can, make someone's day. Make sure that when you're walking through the hallways, you're not hunched over, looking at your books and all this kind of stuff, watching your feet. Make eye contact with people. You see somebody walking past that you have in one of your classes. Smile, say hi, and use their name if you know it. That really leaves an impression on people when they find out that you know their name. Then they're going to want to find out some more about you, more than likely. But everybody thinks differently. So either way, being inviting, definitely something you really want to do if you're trying to make new friends. Step 4. Be happy. You can't expect people to walk up to you and want to be your friends if you're all mopey and sad and emo looking. I mean, you can dress like an emo, but stay happy. Keep a smile permanently on your face. That'll really make people want to come talk to you. Surprisingly, it does. Just how your face looks. At least the expression on it, because sometimes people think that you have to wear tons and tons of makeup and all that stuff for people to want to be your friends, but it's really about the muscles in your face. So it takes more muscles to frown than to smile, so go with the easier one. It's beneficial to a lot of people. Step 5. Make the first move and be confident. I know sometimes it can be really hard to, start a conversation with somebody just out of the blue because you're afraid they'll think you're weird or something. But if you really want to make friends, you're going to take the risk. Go up and talk about something, normal, like, how's the cafeteria food here? Or who do you have for English? What was the social studies homework? It's pretty simple to start a conversation, as long as the other person is willing. And if they're not, just move on. It's kind of hard to understand when you first start, but it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Just be nice, be conversational, smile like I said earlier, and make jokes. That's really a big thing that keeps people hooked in without actually thinking you're weird. Like, make sure they know you're joking though, because you don't want them to think you're crazy. Talk about your crazy English teacher or your bipolar science teacher. Something that'll keep them laughing. Make sure that they are paying attention and you can look like you're actually someone who they might want to get to know. Step 6. Join clubs and find people who you have stuff in common with. If you're really into Shakespeare and all that stuff and being on stage in front of a bunch of people, this whole finding friends thing shouldn't be hard for you at all. But join the drama club. If you like French culture, join the French club. You'll find people there that have the same interests that you do, and even if they don't have the same interests, you'll know you have at least one same interest because, you're in the club together. You'll have opportunities to meet new people, do group activities, because it is a club anyway. They're not going to have you all sit in different sections of the room and read a book by yourself. if you choose to do that, you might as well just X out of this video right now, because, you know, you can't make friends unless you actually, you know, talk to people. So make sure, you know, join the club, be nice, all the stuff that I've mentioned before. Put all of that in, you know, coordinates with this whole joining club thing. Step 7. Do something nice for someone. Compliment their shoes, their backpack. Do something really nice, like, oh, help them with their homework. Like, don't cheat. But like if they say, oh, I can't do number 8 or anything, you know, just go over, give them a little push, like, oh yeah, number 8, first you have to do this, and blah blah blah. And then eventually they'll figure it out, and then if they need homework help again, you can, you know, always be one of their choices that they might come to. But make sure that while you do this, don't make them think that you're just a tool to use when they need homework. Make sure that you're making conversation, all that kind of stuff. Make sure they know that you're not like a homework robot or something like that. Step 8. Figure out the cliques. I know that people who like are all into, oh, everyone is their own person, they don't believe that there are cliques. But truly, no matter how much you try to say there aren't cliques, there are cliques. And some of these form from clubs and stuff, you know, common interests. I'm not saying go find a clique or anything. You need to be universal to make as many friends as you want to, you know. You have to be friends with a lot of people from a lot of different places. But what I'm saying is, get to know who's in what clique so you know what to talk about, what not to talk about around them. Figure out who the chicks are and who the hot-headed jerks are. Jerks and jocks and chicks and all these people. You need to figure out who's who, especially those people I just mentioned, because some of them you might want to avoid. Don't be mean to them, or, you know, just keep it low around them, you know. Low profile. Don't push them away or say, ew, you're so mean, I'm not going to talk to you, because, you know, that'd be kind of hypocritical. So, you know, say hi if they say hi to you or something, but, you know, just kind of lay low about them. Step 9. Do not sit in the back of the class, okay? Just don't do it. I know some people, you know, and their friends like to sit in the back so, you know, the teacher doesn't see them and all that stuff. But it's probably be best to aim for the middle, because then you can talk to the people in the back and the front end on both sides of you. You can get a conversation with pretty much everyone because you're in the center. That's how you want things to be. Like, make sure that people are paying attention to you, that they think you're a nice person. You can make really easy conversation with different people from all around you, because, you know, you're right there and they're all around. So make sure that you do not sit in the back of the class, as I've stressed before. Just don't do it. You can't talk to many people back there, and you might be, you know, a little bit more eligible to get in trouble, because I noticed that teachers really like looking in the back of the classroom for the troublemakers. So be careful about that. And finally, step 10. Meet after school. I mean, in school, it's a good place, you know, start a general relationship, but once you're able to, you know, go out to the mall or to the movies somewhere with people that you met at school, that's when you can really talk without, you know, having to write and whisper to each other because, you know, the teacher's going to see you, or having to rush to classes in between the hallways, or only have like 30 minutes at lunch. So make sure that you always make plans during the weekend. That's a good way to make sure that you have really good friends who are truly there for you. All in all, model yourself after someone you'd like to be friends with. You know, just go over those 10 steps. Just make sure that you follow all of them every time you're with someone, and even when you're alone. You know, practicing these things can really, you know, imprint them in who you really are, your real behavior when you are alone. So make sure that, you know, just follow them. And then they'll become habit, and then before you know it, you'll be friends with a bunch of people that you never even thought you'd be friends with. Well, that's all I gotta say about that. So, now you know how to make new friends. I'm Jordan Albright, signing off.